if you're looking to invest and buy a property, but you're not too sure which market to do it in, if whether to do it somewhere in the States, somewhere in Florida, well, in this video, we're gonna be talking about why you should invest in the Miami real estate market in 2023. Miami in the recent years has grown significantly, and in this video, we're gonna be going over what has happened in Miami and what are the reasons I think that you should invest in Miami, and hopefully this video helps you a little bit more determine if whether Miami is the right place for you to invest in or not. Anyway, let's not waste any more time and let's get started with this video right now. What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Waisfeld, local real estate agent down here in Miami since 2016, helping those of you that are looking to invest, relocate, or sell properties down here in South Florida. Today we're going to be talking about why I think that you should invest in the Miami real estate market in 2023. So let's not waste any more time. I'm sure you've been seeing videos, I'm sure you've been reading articles. Let's just get to the point right now why I think Miami in 2023 is a great place to invest in a property. So the number one reason why I think Miami is a great place to invest is because the growth that Miami has had in Florida. Actually, right now, Florida just hit #1 in the whole country for the first time in over 60 years as with the population growth. #1 with the most amount of people moving in. Of course, Texas probably always been #1. Right now, Florida just beat that with a large amount, a really large amount coming into Miami. So when we have growth in any state, any city, anywhere where there is growth of population, what does that mean? That means there's always gonna be also demand, right? There's gonna be demand, there's gonna be rent increases, there's gonna be job opportunities, there's gonna be increase in prices, as that means also increase in real estate. So just by having the growth, that means all these other things that come with it, okay? So number one thing is gonna be growth. So again, you're gonna be investing in a place where, hey, it's growing, it's not slowing down, it's #1 in the country right now. I mean, that on its own is already enough for you to probably think and consider investing in here. The second reason why you should invest in Miami is gonna be infrastructure. Not so much people talk about this, but I look at this as a really strong point of view and a really strong reason why Florida keeps growing and Miami keeps growing. There's so much infrastructure, there's so much growth and so much new projects going on, right? You're not gonna be investing into a city where, hey, the government is not doing anything or the city is not doing anything for infrastructure and to make it a better place. No, we are. Again, I have other videos talking about this, but for example, we have the Bright Line. Okay, the Bright Line opened up a few years ago. It's a high-speed train that goes from downtown Miami, and it's the idea is for it to reach all the way to Orlando. Right now, it gets all the way to West Palm Beach. Okay, so you have it does Miami. It's gonna do Aventura, Fort Lauderdale, Boca Raton, West Palm Beach. I mean, that already in itself is amazing, right? It's gonna be very easy to commute. Then next thing, we have the Metro Mover in downtown in Brickell. They just came out with the project. Well, they've been talking about this project for a long time, but the article just came out that they approved it, and it's gonna be one of the best things for me. It's gonna be a train, pretty much like a train, yeah, some type of trolley or some type of train that goes on from downtown Miami all the way to Miami Beach. So you pretty much that traffic, you won't have to, again, you won't have to take an Uber, you won't have to drive over there. So it's gonna be very easy to connect with this train from downtown Miami all the way to the beach. That's gonna be amazing. And if I keep talking about infrastructure, I mean all over the place, right? Right now they're breaking the Miami Signature Bridge, getting into South Beach and Miami. They're working on some amazing projects. I have other videos talking about that. Downtown Miami, there's $10 billion right now being invested in downtown Miami. It's growing to so much different stages of growth and infrastructure and new projects. So again, I don't want to bore you with all this, but there's so much things going on throughout all Miami, in different neighborhoods. Every neighborhood has some type of growth, some type of infrastructure, and new project going on. That already on its own, it's like on another level, and that is an amazing reason to invest down here. The next reason is gonna be quality of life. I mean, one of the reasons that most people move down here, apart from jobs and different reasons, is gonna be the quality of life. I mean, we have amazing weather all year round. We have so much different events going on, so much venues, so much music concerts. I mean, Miami is exploding with different arts in the art scene and so much different things going on down here. But again, the quality of life is amazing. If you like the outdoors, there's so much things to do. If you like the waters, you could go jet skiing, kayaking, boating, fishing, right? There's so much things. I have a lot of videos talking about this, right? So the quality of life itself is much better than many other parts of the country, right? And then that's not just me, that's statistically, we already know when the city has every day is gray and it's rainy and it's just, you know, not sunny, then, you know, you can't really compare that to a city that's always beautiful, it's always sunny, the weather is always amazing, and there's beach. I mean, can't really compare that, right? So quality of life is already another amazing reason. Another reason why I think Miami is a great place to invest is gonna be because you have asset security, okay? Pretty much what this means is that, hey, your asset, okay, your property, there's pretty much some security on that. Number one, yes, you get it insured, so like anywhere else, you get insured. So if there's any worries, anything that is making you doubt in terms of insurance or something happening, hey, get insurance. There's also renter's insurance, you know, that helps out the renter if something was to happen. So that could probably, you know, remove some doubts if you have. But I'm talking more of the security as with all this demand and all this growth and all this rent increases and all these people moving down, you kind of have that security of like, hey, Miami is growing, people are moving down there. That gives you a security to know, hey, my place is always going to be rented if that is something that you want to do. But you kind of have that security. You have the appreciation, right? Miami is still growing. Yes, prices are high, but it's still going to be going up in my opinion. I mean, it's still a place where it's still attracting so much people. So that's what I mean by your asset is secured when you invest in a property down here in South Florida. And another reason I'm talking about this asset security is going to be because the supply and demand, right, it's still not there, right? They're not constructing, they're not building enough homes to cover all the demand, right? So we still have that supply demand unbalance. So you coming in and being an investor, you're on that side of, hey, you have the supply, right? And there's a lot more demand, right? There's always going to be a lot more demand until they start building, and then that could balance out. And that's not just happening down here in Miami, that's happening throughout the whole country. The next reason is going to be the amenities that are offered by the condominiums. I mean, the high-end condos offer one of the best amenities probably in the whole country. I mean, you have basketball courts, you have seen like small indoor courts, you have movie theaters, you have, I mean, all kinds of different size pools in the condominiums, different jacuzzis. I mean, the gyms, the state-of-the-art gyms in these condos are amazing. The views, the pools and the rooftops in the floor 40, floor 60, overlooking all Miami. Like, I could just go on and on talking about all the great amenities that a lot of these projects and these buildings and these condominiums offer are amazing. Another amazing reason to invest down here. The next reason is gonna be the rent increase. So you being an investor or you being a landlord, the rent has increased significantly, almost 25+% in the last few years. 25%, over 25% rent increase. Yes, that does suck for us Miami locals and a lot of people that are down here trying to, you know, pay the rent, try to make it. Because, you know, Miami, I have other videos talking about this, but the pay and the cost of living, you know, it's not really balanced, right? Miami is an expensive place and more is getting more expensive. Yes, that's the negative thing about it, but hey, being an investor, I'm talking about investing in this video. By being an investor, you know, rent has increased 25%. There's still so much demand. I mean, right now I'm working with a few friends that are looking to rent, so I'm helping them out, and pretty much we send offers and these landlords are getting 3, 4, 5 offers. Same thing happens to the properties that I have, or as my listings that I have for rent, and I'm getting 3, 4, 5 offers. So there's still a lot of demand for the rent. So that's the number one thing to consider. And also another thing to consider is that 70% of Miami rents. 70%. So you're again protecting your asset and always having appreciation, always having demand. 70% of people down here rent. So that's always going to give you that security, that knowing that there's always going to be someone looking to rent out the property, if that is again what you're looking to do. Another amazing reason why I think Miami is a great place to invest is going to be that Florida is a very investor friendly and landlord friendly state. What does this mean? This means things like there's no laws on rent increase, right? You can increase as much as you want. I mean, if the tenant doesn't want to accept it, no problem, but you can increase. There's no like top. Other states have laws against that, how much you can go up on the rent. Same thing as with security deposit. You can ask for how much you want. Some landlords ask for 1 month, some ask for 2 months. Right? There's no rules or laws against that. The next thing is gonna be, hey, if the tenant, they just say worst case scenario, the tenant doesn't pay rent within 5 days, that they're late on the rent, you can already start the eviction process, okay? In other states, that takes, I don't know how long, I've heard of months of getting someone out. Here, it could be as fast as a month and a half, 2 months. So again, that gives you a lot more security. So to invest on here and have all of these laws of Florida on your side makes it a lot easier and a lot less worrisome. Other reasons is gonna be that tourism is booming. I mean, 24 million visitors per year. It doesn't stop growing. Number one cruise port of the world. I mean, it doesn't stop, right? Miami's tourism is always growing. We have Orlando very close by, so everybody that goes to Orlando comes here and vice versa. So especially with this train, the Bright Line that's gonna be connecting, it's gonna be an amazing job opportunities. You know, as more and more companies come down here, as it grows. Like for example, right now, Miami is the number one tech hub in the world as with growth, or in the country. So number one growth for the tech industry. Okay, so a lot of the companies are moving out of Silicon Valley, or moving out of California, and they're even moving out of New York, and they're coming to Miami, right? So it's number one as with the tech growth industry. So again, these type of rankings and these type of numbers are always coming out, more and more and more numbers. Like again, if all of these things that I'm talking about doesn't give you a security, doesn't give you the let's just say the reasons to say, hey, I'm gonna go and invest in Miami, then I'm not sure what will. I mean, the numbers work. We can talk about a little bit more about numbers. If you want, you can reach out. All right, guys, there you have it. I don't want to make this video too long, but those are the main reasons why I think Miami is a great place to invest. There's so much other reasons. Honestly, I didn't even talk about the short-term rental world, how much that is going. I'm gonna make other videos talking about the short-term and Airbnb, and there's so much other things. International, it's like the international hub, and there's so much other things why Miami is a great place for you to invest. Anyway, if you're looking to invest out here, or if you want to find out more information, we can do a one-on-one Zoom call. You have all my contact information down below in the description or here on the screen. You can reach out to me, WhatsApp, Instagram, email, call me, text, whatever it is. I'll be happy to set up a one-on-one Zoom call. We can talk about more details, see numbers, and see if it makes sense. At the end of the day, if something doesn't make sense, I'm gonna be the first one to tell you, hey, doesn't make sense, let's look for something else, or let's not even look, right? Again, I'm an investor myself, so I love numbers, so I'll be more than happy to sit down with you and talk in more detail. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I see you in the next video.